Jeff, each time you cut something with that knife, you...
Cut something other than myself.
That was the tool that actually started my life as an explorer when my father gave me the first one.
Mike and I have become real good friends, family. So that's, you know, that's kind of it. You know, we just, he helps us, we help him. We try to move the ball along so that the operation can be successful.
Our family away from home.
Yay! Take care of yourself out there.
I'll do so. We're currently in Nome, Alaska, and Nome, Alaska is the last port of call before we enter the Bering Strait and head up north to about 85 degrees where we would be dropped off. This one. Oh, that's perfect. Pole-to-pole expedition is a circumnavigation of the world, crossing the South and the North Pole. We're in Nome because we're preparing the boat and all the equipment to sail up as far north as we can get into the Arctic Ocean, so that the boat can drop us off on the ice and that Børge and myself can ski without external support or motorized transport via the North Pole and then down south towards Spitsbergen. I think paddles like this is not a good idea because each time you lift it out of the water, I'm going to wet you completely at the back. Yeah, the small raft, the double would be...
Are you getting wet?
Yeah, I've got water, a lot of water in here. Oh no! Trip to the North Pole. Whoa! Yeah, it's going okay. They definitely feel a little bit more stable because the other one was a little bit deflated.
The
You can't.
other one just needs a bit more air.
Yeah. Let's try. Yes, Børge. This is perfect for me. Yeah, these are called the slim size when you get to the other side. Oh.
This is the meat that we're going to have, and I'm using this scale here to get the exact number of grams, so we have the same calorie every day.
Børge Ousland was the first person to cross Antarctica. Børge Ousland was the first person to go solo to the North Pole unsupported. Børge is, to me, most probably the icon and the greatest polar explorer that the world will ever know. So we decided to do this together, to be able to give ourselves a better chance of making it to the other side, because it was a dream of Børge as it was a dream that I had. And to make two dreams come true, you have to put the energy together. And Børge prepared all the equipment. I made sure that the boat gets to Nome, Alaska, and the boat and the crew and everybody's ready to go. Je veux mettre mes lunettes, je vois rien. All good now. Ça passe? Bernard Stamm has been a friend for more than 20 years. He's one of the most experienced offshore sailors. Although he doesn't have a lot of knowledge and experience in the ice, he knows the oceans and he learns very quickly.
The more north we go, the better is for Mike and Børge. The best for them is the worst for us. When we find the place where we leave them on the ice, we have to come back very quickly, and the winter will come very quickly.
Je peux prendre encore un peu? Ja, ça c'est bien. J'aime ça. J'aime des choses qui sont serrées.
Ouais. Ouais. Ça semble logique.
Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Supporting Bernard, we have Jacek that's been on the boat for 10 years. And he is the heart of the boat. He is the guy that must fix everything that goes wrong. I've got a couple of deckhands. I've got Felix that was a young explorer with me. I've got Sebastian that has been on the boat for 8 months now.
I've always been on boats since I was pretty young, mostly into fishing, growing up in South Africa, sailing regattas. Obviously the boats are not nearly as big and as serious as what Pangaea itself is.
And then we've got Lore. Lore feeds us. Lore fills our stomach. And when a man's stomach is full, he's a happy man.
Le plus dur et aussi très essentiel, c'est d'avoir les stocks alimentaires, les calculs par rapport au voyage qu'on va effectuer. You're stronger.
Thank you.
It's heavy?
Yeah, heavy.
Don't lose, hein? Ok, go like that. C'est pas tout le monde qui a l'occasion de vivre, parce que moi je vis tous les jours sur le bateau. C'est une expérience que je souhaite à tout le monde. Mais actuellement, c'est moi qui en profite.
Wrong direction, you must go like this.
Okay, so you can take 3.
I can take 4.
Excitement and you gotta do things.
Yes. I know.
I met Martin Horn, Mike's brother, first. I own an auto parts store in Nome, Alaska, and Martin and a professional sailor was with him, and they came into my store looking for a battery. They told me their brother, Mike, was traveling around the Arctic Circle, and he was kind of stuck in Grantley Harbor, Teller, Alaska, needing a battery for his boat. So I gave them a battery, and they came about a few days later. They came back to the store with Mike. He wanted to see who gave him the help, for nothing, and that's how I met him. Hey, Mikey! I brought you presents. Every last thing we needed. We lucked out. We got everything.
Without you.
But what I like about Alaska is that people, no matter what, you're so far away, people find solutions for everything. There's like no attitude, no, I can't do this. It's, okay, we'll make it work. That excites me because it's like people have to think about how to do with things with nothing. Yeah, with driving and I'll take this, and like you did. How you doing?
What's the exhaust?
Yeah,
Brand new.
Brand new.
but this piece
That's the coupler.
was
So where is it got rings that seal or what?
He went driving around, I don't know where, and we had a big leak in the boat, and we needed a certain diameter pipe. And Anchorage didn't have it, nobody had it. And he found it, yeah.
Beats you like that.
Yeah. Nome being so far away from civilization, people take care of other people.
good for us. I ordered it this morning. Come on the last plane. They gave it to me for free because I told them it was a promotion. I told them what we were doing. They were only like $20, so we'll share a glass of wine, and we'll call it good.
You've given us the batteries, and you've given us the impellers, and you've given us the oil, and you've given us.
Yeah, I get a piece of candy and a glass of wine.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, mate.
You bet.
Really. And Jeff, I met in 2003. And I was stuck in Russia where I was imprisoned and then was sent back to Nome, Alaska, and I had nowhere to live. And Jeff gave me his little cabin at the back of the mountains where I could keep on training and where I lived. So Jeff only helped me. I've been back to Nome quite often. And each time I come in, I don't have to speak to Jeff 10 times a year. I can call him when I arrive in Nome and say, listen, Jeff, do you have a breakfast for me, or do you have food for me?
We were just home one Sunday morning and the phone rang, and there's this guy with a South African accent trying to disguise his voice. And he says, do you know who this is? It's like, no. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, where are you at? You know, I figured he was coming to Nome or something, you know. He goes, I'm in the port of Nome, and I am hungry. I want breakfast. And Peggy and I were sleeping, you know. It's like, okay. I says, I'll be down in a minute. So when he was here in 2003, every Sunday he would come to my house for breakfast, or almost every Sunday. And so for 3 months, every Sunday, Peggy would make him just a giant plate, because I don't know if how he is now, but back then that guy can eat more than any man I've ever seen. And so he would eat that giant omelet with the potatoes and then toast and every Sunday. So he remembered that about Nome. So when he comes back in 2010, that's the first thing he says, I'm hungry, I want breakfast. So cheers.
The goalkeeper was like this. He's supposed to go.
You were in the ship, I was in the ship, and Marco helped us
Out of the
at the same time out of the ship.
Like Jeff Downing helping us out of the ship.
And that's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
You're lucky,
Yeah.
but Bernard is charmant.
Oh! Oh my God. Mike and I have become real good friends, family. So that's kind of it, you know. We just, he helps us, we help him. We try to move the ball along so that the operation can be successful.
He will be there, willing and energized to service you. For me, Jeff is more than just a friend. He became part of our family. Everything comes from the heart. And when people give from the heart, and it's sincere, with nothing that they want in return, but only your friendship, then you work with the right people. You work with people's hearts and you work with people's emotion. If the boat has a problem, you know, our boat, then our boat must come down south into Russian water. You know, we need to be able to say that we are going to Murmansk to enter into Russia.
We have to alert the Russian authorities about this. So in this case, keep me online and with your updated information.
You can contact the ship, or the ship will contact you, and then we'll do what's needed. Definitely. Otherwise, how are you doing, Victor? I haven't seen you for many years.
Пальцами надо, пальцами.
Полиция.
Да, да, хорошо.
Mais полиция его сидит.
Класс, класс.
This is Russian хлеб черный.
Oh, in Russian, sala. I don't know translate to English sala.
Сала.
Sala, okay. I'm from Russia, from Novosibirsk. I'm president Russian Robinson Club, and I very glad to see you and to your team.
Okay.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Tu dois prendre хлеб
О,
черный.
черный хлеб. Это редкость из России, from Russia bread. Real.
Dès que tu bois, non, il ne faut pas manger. Tu bois, tu dois sentir. Après, tu goûtes et puis tu manges. Tu dois manger les salades.
1 second, please. Gentlemen, stop talking. Give you hand vodka. Vodka. Итак, 1, 2, 3, ура!
Take one of the Jeff.
Well,
Got it?
yeah. I'm gonna go. You think you're gonna take off within the hour, half hour,
Yeah,
as soon as Adam gets over?
Adam just passed by 2 minutes ago and he said he's starting up his tug.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna grab Peggy and
Okay.
we'll come back down because I know she wants to say goodbye.
Okay.
All right.
So I suggest we pull a little bit in the middle,
In the middle, yeah.
and then we just get unstuck, and then I'll swing her around, and
Okay.
you got to be nice to her a little bit. Must we send one guy to give you a hand? Do you come next to me and we tie you up? You've got a little bit of halibut head there. God, oh. Can I come on board and check it out? Yes, this is styling it.
It's nice.
Oh, you've got a furnace here. Jeff. Each time you cut something with that knife,
Cut something other than myself.
that was the tool that actually started my life as an explorer when my father gave me the first one. Our family away from home.
Take care of yourself out there.
I'll do so. always the best moment of the expedition, just letting go of the lines, seeing the ocean in front of you, knowing that you're well prepared. So let the expedition begin.